Well, welcome to our Vytelle satellite sessions. I'm with Declan Patton from the Reproductive Hub. I'd love to ask, could you tell us a little bit more, first of all, about your story personally? What was your path into the cattle industry?
Yeah, Emma, thanks so much for having me, and I'm excited to be talking to you about the Reproductive Hub and all things repro. So, yeah, my story: I was born and bred into the dairy industry. My parents had a farm here in Gippsland, and I was always very passionate about agriculture, and it's something that I've followed my footsteps in. But I never necessarily wanted to be a dairy farmer. So I'm not your traditional, milking cows each day, but my passion lies in the genetics, which I guess aligns really well with what we're doing here with Vytelle.
It certainly does. Well, on that note, tell me a little bit more about the business.
Yeah, so the Reproductive Hub we launched 12 months ago. We purchased our own property here in Gippsland, and it was a beautiful horse property. It was something that we've always wanted to, to have. But, up until this point, we housed our cattle in other properties, but now we have our own hub here in Glengarry in Victoria. So, yeah, it's been a very exciting 12 months. We've been transitioning the horses to the cattle. We have about 60, 70 head of cattle here at the Reproductive Hub, and our main focus is to make that next generation. I guess that's a bit of our tagline, and we want to be there to be able to help not just our own clients but new clients create that next generation through embryo transfer.
So tell us a little bit more about your customer base.
Yeah, so we have, we're in a unique position. Like, I used to work and live in the US for quite some time, and through that, that long stint in the US, I was able to build relationships with people from all over the world. So, it's quite a fascinating business, and people come and visit, and, I absolutely love that. We have animals in the paddocks here by people that are owned in Portugal. We have clients in Ireland. We actually have an animal here that's owned by a guy in the UK that actually used to manage the Queen's herd. So, it's so awesome that we have partners from all over the world, the US, Canada. I think we're up to like 8 or 9 different countries. So, we have animals here, and I love walking down the paddock and seeing those, the clientele. So we have, quite a few animals that on the dairy side, and in the recent years, we've been transitioning across to beef as well. So domestic and international clients.
What an amazing network you've created there. I'd love for you to tell us the story of how you became involved with Vytelle. How did the partnership come about?
We were producing a large amount of embryos there in the US when I lived in the US. So I was quite familiar with that process. And IVF in this country previously has probably been a bit of a dirty word until Vytelle came into the marketplace. So, they came into the marketplace. They were able to, produce a great amount of embryos. They were producing embryos that were getting pregnant, and there was a lot of early success in Australia. So through my genetics investments and my genetics business, I started a relationship with Vytelle through other satellites, and then producing IVF embryos in our own business. So, when it came to creating the Reproductive Hub, it was a natural progression to align with a company that, that we had seen some great success in the last couple of years.
Certainly, Declan. Could you tell us a little bit more about the hormone-free aspect of Vytelle's program and why that's such a great benefit for our producers?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we do a lot of conventional flushing and IVF, and, when it comes to the hormone-free, realistically, it is a great way to produce embryos. So, I know when I'm doing conventional programs, you're out there at 6 in the morning, 6 at night, giving shots, trying to get animals in. And they're smart creatures. There's no doubt about it. So the first day, they're fine. The second day, not so much. The third day, they know what's happening, and they're not interested in working with you. It makes it a lot harder. So, the hormone-free aspect, I think, is so great on the animal side of things. You pull an animal out of the paddock, they come for the OPU here. It's really stress-free. And at the end of the day, anyone that's in the genetics business and invests in genetics, they love their animals. Like, there is no doubt in my mind that us farmers that are invested into genetics do love the animals. So less stress with the OPUs with Vytelle, I think, is a real game changer. And we're seeing great results from it. So at the end of the day, that's the most important thing.